All right, we're back. We're gonna work on some clothing right now. Okay. Make these. We have to update the high poly. We also have similar square like this other one. And we would want this side and this side together. So go ahead, our cursor here. Boom. Cursor here. Boom. All right. And then you get a better keyboard. Okay. Now I've got each of these. Distribute. We're going to make each side roughly the same width. Select both of them. Unwrap. Right. That's fine. Where's this other stuff? Right here. Hello, Riso. Welcome. How's you? I'm doing quite well. It's not too loud. My microphone looked like it was kind of blown out for a second, but I don't know if it really is. But I'm doing good. Doing good. We're making some clothing right now. How's your day going? That's a booty. Ain't their neighbors. Yeah, the circles, they have quite the booty. I do remember. Ariso, I do remember. There we go. Now we can go to this one. Go to layout. DMCA. Like a takedown request. And usually people use it for like copyright strikes. Ooh, that's not good. So it did do it again. I see. That's what there. Oh, I see. And then select these and yeah. Okay, good. Um, gotcha. But again, it would have to be. I suppose my initial thought with my curiosity there is it just has to be in a country that abides by those, which is I would assume most countries or most Western countries. There we go. Plus, mostly for US, however, there was an attempt many years ago to make it a global standard. Turns out most countries do follow that standard. World Intellectual Property Organization. So let's take these. And then what we want is to take this, duplicate. Why didn't that work? And the separately look at a Hollywood famous actor like Terrence Crown's best friend who's rich and has an insert expensive car. Well, I appreciate that. If only I was rich. It's called Looks Maxine? No. I don't know anything about that. But I appreciate that. I feel well, I do appreciate saying that. Let's take this and we're going to bevel it as well. I wish you could just say edge. Okay, I should be able to take this. Oh. Damn it. Just blew it up. Where'd my Flowify go? Damn it. I just blew it up. Fuck. Okay. Why didn't it let me control Z to it? Parents, hello, Toby. How's your day going? I did this yesterday where I took this, took the Flowify. Okay, I don't have to worry about that. I can just take this again. Take the Flowify, take this, do there, and then just do it again. Flowify. Oh. Go. Looks like they're roughly in the same spot. I'm doing really good. I can't believe it's Friday already. What the heck? I think that's bullshit. I think that's bullshit. I think Friday has it out for you. It certainly never left me be myself. Be to myself. Something like that. Move this over here, make a cursor. On this, we'll make a plane. We'll shrink it, we'll rotate it. Yeah. Because this lets me use other modifiers a little bit more easily. And then with that set, we can take this, duplicate again. We want to put one on the front, like a big X right here. Okay. So that would go right out the window. Right about there. Okay. And then we can select this, click Flowify, click here, and then click at this first. Flowify. All right. Shade smooth. Awesome. Now we have that on there. And do it again. Front view. The size difference is kind of odd. That should be close enough. And then we select again. We Flowify again. Select here. And select right there. Cool. And now we can simply adjust our geometry. Something like this. Push it over, so now they're no longer overlapping. We can add a solidify. Decrease that thickness. We can even add a subdivision surface up top. Select the boundary loop, make sure it's creased. And then lastly, slap a bevel on there. Clean up those edges. All right, so now we've got our stuff. Cool. So that's most of the details for our pants. Not all of them though. We still have the loops around the edge. We have the loop where the straps hold on. And got this right here. We can just remove the material from for now. Whew. Working quick, working fast. Make a new one here. Grab the color of the bandana. Take the jacket. Also get the color of the jacket. So that way, a little easier to visualize what's going on. We're close or not. I'd say that's pretty close. Excuse me. We've also got this little spot here for the pocket, and again, the loops. Make this little bevel right here. Not a big fan of that anymore. Let me go ahead and get rid of it. This should be lower. It should be, yeah, it should be this whole segment right here. We're gonna do anything. Much better. Very good stuff. All right. So for the loops, so these are just kind of small, aren't they? All right, we're so close. Eye on the prize. Eye on the prize. I'm gonna take the front. We've already got the geometry in the right spot for this, so go ahead and duplicate it, separate it. Get rid of this right here, because it's kind of in the way. Very cool. Add a bevel. Duplicate this one. Separate it. Delete this half. Gonna push it down. We'll add that mirror. Go to solidify, push it out a little ways, and then get rid of our material. And now we've got the main little loop there. And then one more thing to add, a circle of 8, which we will add a subdivision to. Rotate, put 0, put straight up, shrink, right about there, shrink, shrink. We'll add a solidify. Hello, Logan. Welcome back. I'm doing good. We're working on some clothing right now. And we might as well take our pockets back here. Separate those. Also give them a solidify, just so they actually touch the edges. For this one as well, we'll take the back, duplicate, separate. Actually, instead of duplicate, just separate. There we go. So close to done. Got a question, what is Discord? It's like a social, it's like the ability to message people. So you can message people or join servers and stuff. Like purely to like keep in touch with people. Think like Facebook or other instant messaging places. Why is that so weird? Ah, it's because there's no... Gotcha. And then there's a bevel on it too. I'm going to delete that and recreate it. Now to solidify. And say 0. Darn. This is more than I wanted. Hmm. Yeah, up to 3. On Rec, these people are asking me if I have Discord, and I keep saying there's a possibility I'm on disability. I don't know how to read or write. It's not fair because I don't have it. I should be able to go to events without Discord. Um, Seems like, are you using some sort of voice communication right now, or in order to message? So we want to limit. It has voice to text, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue. If you're able to use voice to text to type it out, you could probably use Google to search it if you really want to get Discord. Um, no worries, I've distracted myself. Discord has voice to text, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue. Okay, so I think this outfit is done for now. So let's move on to the first outfit in terms of our high poly details. Let's go to the first one. First one is looking pretty good. For the chain, we are actually not going to include that in the high poly. We're just going to send that straight to the low poly right now. And then we've got these straps here. I made those, yes. I made those with this thing, which means, okay, I can just shrink wrap it down. Right there. So I don't know if I need to do that because I am going to move. For now, let's just put and here. Move these. A little bit higher. They're using a profile as well. I'm going to take this object, move it. These are these little rings or objects at the end. Okay. So we will actually get rid of the profile here, because what we're going to do is replace these with div. Okay. We've got our curves. It's the belt loops. Got straps here. In these straps, we'll make a new collection. We'll call this straps to geonodes. And here, we're going to do nothing. We're just going to make a new object here, set it to 0, delete, and add into it a geometry node for curve profile creator, which we do need to adjust and get rid of these things that it's holding on to. So go to geometry nodes, get rid of that, and this, all this stuff. The defaults. Save. Okay. Back to layout. So the curve, first curve, do here. We want to instance that, and we want to use this profile right here. The reason that's not working is because the leg strap curve has a mirror mod, which turns it into geometry instead of curve. And then we'll duplicate this. So do the same for this one. All right. So now we're kind of back to square one, so to speak, of just adjusting these curves. So the straps, and then the straps to HP curves. So I want to take this two curves and put them in here so I don't have to hunt them down each time. Okay. Then both of these we can actually just slap a mirror on. Awesome. Bring back our little pocket. I think that's a pocket. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Pocket. Oh, thank you. So now what we want are, we'd like to put these little segments with these studs on them. We'd like to put that onto them. So to do that, I'm going to take this, I'm going to duplicate it, move it over. I'm going to mesh it, extrude it up, and actually, before I do that, I will rotate it 90 degrees. I'll extrude it, and then I will extrude it again. Outwardly, like that. Shade smooth, and then put the object, set origin to the geometry. Okay. Then, we're going to use another GeoNode. Which I think I have to grab from previous project we were looking at last time. Was up to Shimo, which is in my brain. Here comes the boom, Blender, and somewhere in here. Instance on curve. Okay. So now make another plane. Add 0, add a GeoNode. Instance on curve. We want to instance this onto these curves. And that sucks. That's instance on curve. Place object on curve. That's probably it. Yeah. So this curve, this object, now we can move it along the curve any which way we want, which is cool. So, but we also need to rotate it. Awesome. Now we've got this control where we can move this stuff around, and we can also dynamically adjust this one. Or we can add stuff like a bevel. We want it a little bit crispier. Like that. Cool. Very cool stuff. All right, now duplicate, move it over this way. Duplicate, move it over to the other side. Okay. Awesome. Then for all of these, duplicate, take the curve, select Lakestrap 01 and copy to selected. Because it's using a factor, it pretty much knows where it should go roughly. A little imprecise, but pretty close. And then what we can do is actually start updating these. Go here. We can, in here, make a circle. So on Blender 2.91. Well, hello, Fernanda. I'm on 4.0, so not the latest version, but one of the more recent ones. Been really enjoying GeoNodes, which is part of what we're doing right now. Using some GeoNode magic to kind of save ourselves some time. Cool. There we go. Easy as easy, sort of. Not super easy. Easier. Easy-ish. We'll do this. We'll call this straps to HP wraps. What would you call those? Buckles. They're not really buckles, but close enough. Put them in here, and in fact, I will rename them buckles poly and copy to selected, so a little bit easier to organize and to name. All right. Oh, and then lastly, these ones here, I would like to add a mirror to. Cool. Now we got it on both sides. Why is that suddenly breaking? It doesn't like that that crevice. Funny. Cool. All right, now we just want the crease in the middle, the belt pockets. Yeah. So we'll start with this little cut in the middle. Boom. Goes all the way around. We will bevel this using a %. Shrink it, and then hit Alt. Actually, no. All right, take it back. I do not want to include this section. Bevel. Boom. Now we got this nice little cut in the middle. A little too strong. Let me add a little bit more, a few more segments. how do you do weight painting with all those small detached pieces? So a lot of times for clothing, most of my rigging involves getting the body to work correctly, rigging the body. And then I'll use an add-on like this one called the Robust Weight Transfer. This one's kind of specifically made with VRChat in mind, but you can use it for um, anything really. But if I hit Gumroad here, it should bring it up. Oh, never mind. For some reason it doesn't like that page, so we'll do GitHub. Oh, strange. Why is it hard to find now? The links it has are kind of rough. Okay, for some reason it wants you to use this download. But anyway, great tool, super simple. Just allows you to very easily transfer the weights from your one chunk of mesh to the other. And you can really see how this is like the normal version. And then this one, just how much smoother it is. There's very little cleanup I've had to do with this one. So definitely recommend using it. It's going to save you a lot of time. It saves me a lot of time. Question, do you know why it is that Substance Painter is bleeding when the UVs are not overlapping? And when I paint the mask black after 0.5 seconds, it bleeds again. It seems that there's calculating something that causes the bleed, but I'm not sure. That most likely is a blur. You have a blur or some sort of filter or generator on top of over your paint layer, or something that's doing some sort of operation on your painting. Yeah, unfortunately the blur operations, they blur in the UV space, not the 3D space. So it tends to, even if your UV maps aren't touching, they're close enough that blur is going to move out and into the island next to it. No problem. Yeah, hopefully that helps. There was an add-on I got, or Substance Painter add-on called 3D Blur, and it's like a voxelized blur. It's okay. Every now and then I really feel like I need to use it, but that one actually blurs in the 3D space instead of on the UV map. Welcome back, Yoshi. But it's not. It's okay. It's okay. I have some trouble with it every now and then. It's still never really blurring. Always can be frustrating. We'll set this one to project on the Y. Hey, Bernada, thank you for the follow. Hope your projects are going well, and welcome to the stream. Action Dog, oh, thank you for the post. Yeah, Namorous is on it, dropping in that 3D blur. Yeah, this it's pretty good. It's kind of pricey, but it does solve one problem you commonly encounter in Substance. So, just depends on how often you're encountering that, I suppose. All right, 1 second. Let me get this set up here. So that. Now we got this nice little bevel on our object here. I'll dissolve this vertice. Now we've kind of got something that looks like this here. I think that's what we'll go with because I'm feeling a little lazy. So we'll do a little bit of that. And maybe. All right, video in Discord. Sorry, 1 second. Move that up. Okay, should be able to put this over. There's a blur here. So most likely that's your 3D stroke. Hey, could you not? I appreciate your you doing what you're doing, Yoshi, but I really don't want to be part of you doxing people. Okay, it's not quite the vibe I'm going here. I'm happy to have you here, but I just think that's not what I want my stream to be about. Um, so my guess is it's your 3D stroke on your brush. So what I would recommend is just creating a mask above your paint layer to mask out anything that's going to paint over. But most likely it looks a lot bigger because of the difference in the UV size. That's my best guess. But yeah, I would just do a mask to get rid of it. But most likely it's the 3D projection. Because I believe when you're painting in Substance, you're basically creating all these little 3D points where it's like projecting like a decal onto the surface. And actually, if you do have Substance, so you can paint in a few different ways in Substance. There's the 3D view, there's but there's also the UV space view. Notice I'm using a mask, use a fill layer with the mask. Always whenever painting, I don't like paint layers. Let's take a look one more time. Sorry, I mean to make a layer above it. I know you're making a mask. You're using a fill layer, and you're masking out that fill layer, which is how I usually work as well. But let's go to bullet. But what I'm suggesting is just make another mask layer above it, because you can have multiple layers on your masks. So like, for example, in here, I've got I've got multiple layers in this mask, and I could add a paint layer on top of it. Oopsies, not delete it. Paint. And I can make a paint layer here to do. Not working. Not a great example, but let me. So we've got paint. I can paint. Then we can do another paint layer on top to mask out that other paint layer. So I have these two masks, and you can change how they blend together, which is super useful. The blend modes are super useful, and like if you wanted to blend out your curvature nicely, you can use do your curvature layer, and then on top of it do like another layer mask with multiply. But anyway, so you could do, you could paint in your stuff, and then above that, make another mask to remove it. But then the other thing for why it's happening, your alignment here can have a big influence on how it's painting. So the alignment and then the size space. So I don't know what your settings look like there, but playing around with those might give you some different results. But yeah, I was just using a fill layer there as well. I'll pop that over here. And let's make these little things right there. Little pockets. Helps a lot. Thank you, Sam, for your time and for the advice. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's happening, but Substance can be like that. All right, so let's take this, we'll extrude it like so, extrude it again. We'll add a shrink wrap to the surface. We'll also add a subdivision with simple on, and then also a mirror. Put that right here. So, okay, good. And then a solidify. Nice. Maybe I will do a Catmull Clark. Just crease everything. Yeah, it's gonna make it be the same. Gonna do the same problem then. It's kind of crunchy right there. There we go. That's a little bit cleaner. All right, almost there. We got the pockets, we got the little mini pockets, and we've got the little chain loop. The chain loop I'm not going to worry too much about because we have a texture for the chain already. That should be really simple to add. Fingers crossed. But I will add for a little pocket here. A circle of 8. This is going to go onto the top here. Ooh, okay. That's right, we have a solidify on it, so it gets a little goofy there. Let's do that. And add a second group and a sign, even though it's blank. That should give our pockets a little button. Yay. Okay. For these pockets, we'll just pop them off and solidify. Good. I will also simply rip those just to give a nice edge. And then add a bevel. All right. Almost there. We do want this ring. I'm going to... Interesting to see how you're going to do the shape keys for the pre-existing body type shape keys. I'm going to cheat. There's a add-on I got a little while ago, somewhere in here, where they can transfer shape keys. So we're just going to use that. I used to use Mesh Data Transfer for it a lot, which was one of my favorite tools, but they have yet to update it for any of the 4.0 series. So I'm kind of a little miffed, honestly. I really liked the add-on, but so far there's been no update for it. I got this nice little ring right here. Now we're actually going to take one of these buckles, duplicate it, get rid of the object, place it with this one. Then we can move it around. Something like over here, which I believe is where it was before. It'd be really nice to have some sort of scaling feature. So let's go to GeoNodes. Find our instance. We got the scale right here. Make a this, switch it to a float, default 1. Ah, God. I didn't want to do it that way because it's kind of a pain. Combine. That. Awesome. Okay. And then we'll drag that over here. All right. That way I get to keep my everything else working. Right around there. And guess what? We'll duplicate it and just slap it onto the other curve. Because I'm lazy. All right. Now, we're not out of the woods yet. This could use a little bit more detail. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We go here, go to our curve. I'm in luck. Oh, did they update? Tell me it's true. Hey, let's go. Okay. Oh, I will. Oh, that's awesome. Fortuitous. For this, we are going to switch the profile curve. That has this nice little bevel there, and it looks awesome. There's here. It's gonna be a little bit lazy and just okay. We're gonna select this and delete it. Then we're gonna take our profile curve here. We're gonna duplicate that, and we're gonna take this, put our cursor here, put this on our cursor, rotate it 90 degrees, 90. Okay. And then we're gonna mesh it. Really sharp right there. That must be the bevel. So select boundary loop. So many things to click. So many things to click. I Hey, Yoshi, I'm gonna ban you if you do that again. This is the last warning. What's going on here? Working still. And we'll do a little bit of that. How's that looking? They're not quite the right size. I mean, I copied it exactly, though. I would expect it to be the right size. Let's see. 1.1. Okay. We'll take those. Perfect. And we'll crease those. And we'll kind of shrink them in a little. There we go. What? Oh, I separated them. Where'd they go? And mesh them. Recombine them. All right, things are looking super good now. So close to done. So we do have things set up here, like so. I am going to get rid of these and put this back at 0. All right, yeah, I'm going to delete that actually. My apologies. I'm going to take this curve and we're going to get rid of, well, first, we don't want it to be mirrored. And second, we don't want geometry. So we will actually just take this 0.6, flip it. Do you have a merge by distance? I don't think so. So fill that and then dissolve one of them. Fill that and dissolve. Should work. Nice. Okay. We got another curve. We'll move this to clothing high poly outfit 1. Straps, strap, high poly curves. So many folders. Then take this geometry, duplicate it. Take the curve. And oops, that was the wrong thing. All the folders. All the folders. Whoa. let's go ahead and take the curve, clear the tilt, and do 90. All right. Then, stupid voice. Then in here we'll make one more plane. We will make it quite small. Actually, here we go. This is what I want right there. Oh, funny. It's the one from Shimo, isn't it? Okay, then we would want to just make a plane. Yeah. Make another plane on the geo node, add a instance on curve. We want to instance this belt spike onto the curve. What was it doing? We're grabbing the plane. This instance on curves is kind of shit. It's kind of bad. So we're going to go to the original curve instancer, go to geometry nodes, get rid of all these defaults because I don't need them anymore. And what we'd like to do is extract just the, we'll call this instance object along curve. It's very messy in here. I'm just gonna do it from scratch. Okay. Instance along curve. All right, so excuse me. We take the curve and we go curve 2 points. And then we instance on points with the rotation. We'll just scale in a moment. So let's do that now. And we're going to instance on 2. Arc belt loop, no, moves. Curves. We want to instance onto the collar, and we'd like to instance this. And the instance goes right here. Right here. Awesome. The rotation. Like to align Euler to vector. Take our rotation, and we align it to the normal along the Z, I believe. and then rotate it along the X to, or no, it's sorry, did that backwards. Line vector, line Euler vector, first align to the tangent, and then align to the normal. Cool. Then, what I'd like we're just going to leave it there for right now. All right. Now for our low poly objects, what do we have? We have this. Beautiful. It's already UV unwrapped, right? Awesome. So let's map let's map our objects. So we do one? Yeah, we'll do one map per material. Yes, as long as I just put them on top of each other. And then unpin these middle ones. It'll work. Beautiful. Okay. Here's the pants. Oh. I did not want to do that. Okay, one material per outfit. And we're going to put all the straps we're creating onto this island as well. Cool. Actually, I could get, no, I can't really get much more optimized than that. Let's leave it there. I think that looks quite good, honestly. All right, so that one's beginning to be mapped. Let's look at our second outfit. I should have done this in the last one, but I'm pretty sure we're close. Yeah. Average the scale. That gives me a good idea how close everything is. And I'd rather have these two sides merge. I'm right there. Unpin these. That's our jacket. Excuse me. All right, see how much we can fit on here. It's definitely going to be a lot denser. I already think we're way past it. Maybe I put all the straps onto one map. Enough room. Okay. Well, that means we'll definitely have enough space for straps. All right. Gorgeous. So we look at outfit 2. What are we missing? These, mostly, really just these. Everything else can just be baked into the object as a texture. So we want to duplicate this. We're going to send this one into clothing low poly outfit 2. Then what we're going to do is take our high poly geonode collection, duplicate that, move it down into here, and we'll call this a low poly geonode. These are a lot of the smaller items that we're going to use to create the low poly, because right now this is way too dense. You can just see how much geometry it has. But by taking this, I guess not that one. Okay. Oh, where did this thing go? Right there. So we can take this and we'll call this strap profile strap low poly. And we can just turn this to 0, basically. 0. Take our strap here and tell it to use the low poly. Perfect. And we can see that we now have a much simpler profile. Still not perfect though, still pretty dense, and also the cap doesn't match anymore. So what we do, we go in and we're going to dissolve a lot of these edges, a lot of these vertices. Gorgeous. Now we have this really simple mesh. I like that. Then we're going to put our cursor right here, duplicate this, move that over to our selection. We're going to use this as kind of a retopo in a way. Awesome. And then I'm going to take this, and this, duplicate, separate, and in here, we'll go ahead and do what? Yeah. Go. Now we got our low poly cap. Don't really even need that or that. I don't even know what's using that, so I'll delete that. Okay, but now we can go ahead and use the low poly cap too. Cool. And we've got these really, I mean that's some good optimization for what we got going on. Okay, now it's time to unwrap these. So we can click this and just select unwrap, which immediately destroys it. I don't know why that happened. I think we're just missing something. Let's rename this to outfit clothing, outfit 2. Copy to selected, and then bring back. So let me back up until I have this again, because I wasn't sure where I put that. Okay, it's right there. GeoNodes. Why are you exploding? This thing is getting destroyed because we switch between these two. But we just didn't pass the geometry along. So now when we click UV unwrap, get that. Okay, so now we can set the material. New outfit 2. Copy this selected. And then in here, GeoNode, we'll do fit 2. And we're telling it to unwrap, but I don't see it doing anything. Because I think we're unwrapping. Doesn't matter right now. I'm just going to get rid of the UV unwrap option entirely for the moment. And we'll figure that out at a different time. Okay. Now we're just going to mesh them. Go over to UV editing ourselves. Delete this half. And do something like this to unwrap our object here. Boom. Believe in aliens. Question for you. Do you know of any good resource to get started on character model creation? I do have Blender experience. I don't have like a direct YouTube channel. I mean, I stream my full process for creating avatars, so I think that if you just like to see how I do it, I'm pretty much doing that all the time here on my stream. I'll probably be doing classes again at some point. Right now, I'm not really in a rush to get back to that. But at some point, I'll be doing classes again. Other than that, I think that it depends on what you want to do. So if you're looking to make video game characters or VR chat avatars, a lot of good resources are like how to make characters for Unity. Things like that are really going to point you the right direction, because Unity and VR chat, or VR chat is made with Unity, so it's the same thing under the hood. Do you have a? Do you know what type of characters you're looking to make, like for video games or for movies or animation or something? It's a little bit different depending on which direction you want to go. Not hugely different, but a little different. Hello, Aksaya. Welcome. Mainly VR chat / game characters. So yeah, definitely the Unity Unity resources are going to help. And again, I stream my whole process, so it does take a while, but I think just going through my streams, because I have them all saved on YouTube. They're all backed up on YouTube. You can kind of go through a week or two and just kind of see what I do for everything. I'm an avatar maker too, like you. Well, good. Well, welcome, one and all avatar makers. We're making some straps right now. We're doing a avatar edit. So we're making some clothing for an avatar. And we have our, so this is a Sergal character. We're making this clothing for the character. Right now we have the very optimized game ready mesh. And we're going to be baking the detailed mesh here onto it. This is the very detailed one right there. We're almost done with. How many avatars have I made? I think I'm getting close to 150, maybe more. I think I have 150 uploaded to my VR chat, so probably more than that. Let's say 125 for sure. 125 finished ones. I've been doing this I've been working in this space for about 4 years full time. Slowly kind of scaling up my business. Trying to do a little bit more every week, every month, really. But yeah, so definitely, I mean, if you're just looking to learn, I would say just look up tutorials on how to make Unity characters, because that's pretty much the same and it's going to teach you the basics. There's a lot of good resources for like from Blender to Unity. It's kind of a similar space that I started in. I bet there's more resources now. Certainly I'd like to make some tutorials at some point, but I'm a little lazy, so. Or probably better to say I just a little busy, but also lazy. Bit of both. What is this right here? Oh, didn't I just unwrap those? Wait, where did I unwrap that? Oh, wait. What the? Didn't I? I swear I just unwrapped this. What happened? Interesting. I'll for sure look for some of your bots. Yeah, please do. Please do. Oh, duh. Of course, I have 2 straps. I've got this strap and I've got this strap. Duh. So we'll do another cut there. I'm actually gonna go ahead, delete this side one more time because it's better than doing it twice. So cut that, mark seam, and then cut this mark seam. And then for here, we'll take the bottom, select it, deselect the belt itself, delete those. Do a cut here. Okay. Perfect. And because they're squares, we can straighten them. Boom. All right. Average again. We're still getting some random garbage floating around in here. What is this? Oh. Okay, that's fine. Slap the mirror on, apply the mirror, and average one more time. And I'll just take this edge, move it up. All right, shrink it all down, grab the outfit again, and put these back on. Right about there. A little bit bigger. Trying to fill up that space. Yeah, I think I'll start a tutorial series soon. Because I need to get some eyes on my stuff, and that's a good way to do it. All right. Good stuff. Now that's a beautiful UV map. A beaut. That's a beaut right there. Okay. So we want to start getting all of this ready for baking. Everything's kind of in the right position. We have our high poly, all this garbage floating around in here, so we want to kind of make another collection, which we'll call a new collection, not duplicate. We'll call this outfit to non-bake or non-export. And we'll take all this stuff and we'll put it into there. Okay. That way, a little bit cleaner, a little bit nicer. And that would include this stuff here. Because we have these kind of, we use those to position some things. They're very useful. We want them, but we don't want to export them. Gorgeous. So we take this solidify. And I'm just going to push it in just a little because I don't need to do this, but I don't like seeing the geometry poking through there. And maybe a little bit thicker. A little bit more thick. Oh, thank you, Top Cat. And welcome. Welcome back. We're getting super, super close to done. My body is ready, and I'm ready to be done. Hey, Believe in Aliens. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream, and good luck with your work. If you have any questions, putting avatars together, I'm always here, chilling. I pretty much work. I'm working here Monday through Friday. That's my full-time thing. So anytime you want some questions answered, I'll be here. And I'll be trying to. I'm not sure when the tutorial series will happen. I'm gonna push to make it happen sooner rather than later. But coming in here is how you'll learn about it. So, all right. So things looking sharp, crispy. Can I move this stuff around easily? Some things I can't quite move around very easily. This is extremely dense here. These straps can't move because they are part of the curve. They're a curve. So let's take the curve, move it over. Let's move it up. These two, move them up. Take everything in here. Control A, all transforms, and then parent it all to pants, which almost everything moves with that, except these ones. These ones are not doing that. That's fine. In fact, if I remove their ability to be selected, they still break. Okay. Because I still have them parented. But if I unparent and prevent them from being selected. Okay, good. So now they're moving with everything. All right. So all this is because we want a baking setup. We want to be able to take all the stuff we've made and position a way where we can bake it without it's touching. Really. Right about there. Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to go to frame 2. I'm going to I to save the location of everything here. Go back to frame 1, Alt G, and save that. So now we've created keyframes, animation keyframes, to push them back. I don't have a timeline visible, but that's why they're moving. So I'm just using so frame 1, frame 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm just moving back and forth. All right. So now we've got those ones set up. But I was a little silly. I should have done that at the exact same time as the low poly, just to ensure everything is, in fact, in the exact same position. So now we go back here, and I'll actually do Alt G again, but we're still on frame 2 now. Grab these, these, these. That's all pretty good. We'll hit I. Then we'll take our curve. Extra. I guess for this one, we don't really need it to be like that. We can just add a Mirror back on. Just be a little bit easier to move if we do this. Perfect. So now we can create the collapsed version and the exploded version. Let's just double check our low poly geo here on our curve. Make sure everything's nice and organized here, as we did delete one of the halves. Nothing too bad. Sure. All right. So we're just going to do, we only have another 50 minutes left in the stream. All right. I'm going to go to the restroom. I'll be back. We'll continue baking. 1 moment. we're back. So for our outfit here, we're going to go ahead and start exporting. We're going to make a folder called bakes. We're going to export our items that we want to make. So this will be Hezi clothing. Outfit 2. That's it, just outfit 2. Oh, excuse me. And this will be outfit 2 high poly. Then we want to make a substance painter. I should also turn on the subdivisions. We'll do that in a little bit. For now, let's just get the baking tested. Bakes, this one, open up, and save it. And this will be Hezi clothing. Outfit 2, oh, 1. That mode, bake. I'll go ahead and put down that high poly. I wish I had a VR set. My friend said they can't sell it to me because they're in the US. That they're in the US. Not quite sure what you mean. That they can't sell you their headset, or that you can't have a headset because you're in the US or not in the US. It's certainly available to multiple countries. Let's switch this to 4K, apply diffusion, save, and bake. Looks like our belts did not export from the high poly. And for some reason, we're getting some jaggedness right there. But these little spots right there look quite good. Nice. That's looking awesome. We'll make a base, turn down the roughness to, say, 0.75. And save that. Okay. Now let's return to the high poly. And it's because I didn't select these because I made them unselectable. No wonder they did not export. That would do it. That would do it. No, I'm in Canada, just don't have money, and my friend was willing to offer it to me, but he can't because he's in the US. Well, definitely, run it by whoever could help you get that headset, but I'm sure if they're really, really wanting to, they could mail it to you. They're really set on getting it to you. Those belts look good. Just, it's really no good right there, though. I do not like that. Got some chunkiness right there. I think this is actually covered up by the pants, so we won't even see that. But it is time to make a cage. So now we're going to create a collection called exporters. We're going to do file, append. We were just doing this for someone else recently. I think Not So Zen. Yeah. So we're going to take that version because I know it's the most recent. This is the Baker setup we're using. And we'll call this one outfit 1 exporter. And sorry, outfit 2, because that's the one we're actually working on right now. And we'll take the high poly outfit 2, put it right there. Then we'll take the low poly outfit 2, put it right here. And that looks good. We'll switch it to the cage, which is doing nothing right now. 2. And we'll replace this with displays. That's the group we want to use. All right, then we can hide it. Outfit 2. Go here, create a vertex group called displays. Copy that to our selected deform displace. No, we don't need that. We just need the group. This one, the exporter is the one that's going to do the displace for us, because now we can do this. Unselectable and that looks good. Weight paint. Begin to weight with the mirror. Turn the strength way down, the width way down. Now we should be able to see this here. Hey, believe in aliens. Thank you for the sub. Super appreciate that. And thank you. Thank you so much. Are you on my YouTube side of things now? It should be mirroring it. Strange. Watching people make avatars at school. Do you mean you're at school watching me make an avatar, or there's people at your school making avatars? That'd be cool. That'd be kind of school. I wish I'd gone to. Gotcha. Wow. Okay, we got the shirt nice and covered up. Looks good. Let's focus on the jacket now. We're just trying to make this kind of cozy position where it just slightly covers everything. We don't want it to be too strong. We want it to kind of rest above everything. I'm going to turn up the strength on this one and turn down the weight. Or, sorry, turn up the weight, turn down the strength. It's just right about there. So we need some slightly more intense clicking. clicking action. Need to make a shape key for some of these. So that's going to be kind of hard to rectify. I have to push the mesh so much to make that happen. Oh, that makes me worried. I don't think that's going to bake well. Oh well, we'll come back to it. For now, we're just getting everything set up. We'll try to get the other outfit ready to go. Or in a similar position, at least. Making a Minecraft movie. That's exciting. Saw good old Jack Black's in that one, too. He's been in, like, every video game movie these days. It's nuts. He's doing well for himself, that's for sure. Doing really well for himself. Surprised he wasn't in the FNAF one. He do love video games. He really does. He really does. All right. I'm a little surprised that it gets cut off here, though. We should have more. We really should have more. Let me go ahead and shrink wrap this onto the iPoly pants. Here. And we'll do 2 cuts. Duplicate that, apply it, then do cuts like that. Okay. Now, doesn't look like anything's changed too much, fingers crossed. And then what we've got to do is redo the tops of these. So we'll take these, Alt P, unwrap, continue the. Good question. Where is the seam here? The seam's right in the middle. And then we can kind of close this out. Turn off live, unwrap for a second. Yeah, I'm kind of into the Minecraft movie. I think it'll probably be decent. I think there's no way, just the aesthetic it has, there was no way that it was ever going to be like the exact aesthetic people were imagining for it. Like, I just don't know how they would have ever been able to match what people been imagining for it. Maybe I don't know what to imagine when I think of a Minecraft movie. Um, whether it's good or not, time will tell. All right, there we go. Now we turn this back on, high poly back on, go into weight paint, go back to our displace view. There's gonna be so many animated remakes on YouTube a week after the movie comes out for people that want to see it. I didn't realize people would be so set on the idea of an animated one. But I guess like Super Mario Brothers was animated, so yeah, I guess I see it. Kind of the expectation with video games that you're gonna have an animated movie. Very crunchy right there. The jacket's the most worrisome one so far in terms of baking. Baking. Fast export. All right. All right, so we have to go back and assign a bunch of materials. Okay. Focus on outfit 1 now. So for outfit 1, our first step is to playing Rec Room, and people call me pedo. I don't know why people are doing this. That is weird. That's pretty rough, though. I would block those people and move on. My hair is long right now. What the heck? Look at that. Wild. Seems to be the thing to do online these days. I'm gonna make another collection. Be outfit 1 non outfit 1 HP non export. Take these items right here. So, and then, oof, crunchy. Oh, how to pull this one apart. So, need to do, take these. Well, good. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, the wrinkles definitely came out very good. Nice. All right, send that to low poly. And this one on. Low poly geo node. We're going to switch this profile to this one. That will give us this. Then what we need to do is apply the first geometry node. And I could delete that inside face. I don't think I will for right now. Are you getting Adobe subs before Adobe takeover, or are you on the subscription? Well, I was using Substance long before it was owned by Adobe, but because I want the latest features, I am on the subscription. They have a few things. There's just a few things that are really useful. Honestly, there's not too many good alternatives to Substance, in my opinion. I've tried out quite a few. I don't like Adobe. I would be happy to never use an Adobe product again. But Substance just saves me a lot of time. A lot of time. But again, I would be very happy to using something else. English, it seems. Glad you understood that, though. Would you deem substance mandatory? It depends on the look you're going for. Uh, I like something that kind of sits in like that Overwatch Fortnite style if I'm doing kind of my own work. But I do find that for pretty much any workflow where you require baking materials, what I'm doing right now, getting things ready to bake, anytime you require baking things, it's pretty useful. It's pretty darn useful. Um, yeah. So if baking's a big part of your workflow, then uh, then it's probably useful. That being said, if you're in a position where you're just learning, they do have student licenses, or I would say if you could find a way to not have to pay for substance while you're learning it, probably the way to go. Um, I don't think that uh, you know you should be losing money just to learn something. Very true. Oh, interesting. This curve is really messed up. See, it's doubling up on itself right here. A full time, so no student discount option, unfortunately. That's fine. Why is the curve doubling? Something's wrong with this curve. Ah, I see. Not the curve. This. Oh, so close. We're gonna go until yeah, it's got some fuzz in my mouth. We're gonna go till we've got the other one in Substance, and then I'll probably call it a day there. I will be streaming tomorrow as well. Probably starting pretty early. Basically doing a full day tomorrow because I want to finish Bullet, our Transformers avatar, and then there's some edits. This actually there's a lot I need to do. This included. I'd like to finish these edits, Kaz's edits, Bullet. That'll clear out a big chunk of my queue. And we're super close to finished with almost all of those items, so it should be quite doable. I just have to double down. The spike go. I am in Central Time Zone, so that would be let's move this to probably geonodes. Texas. Texas area. All right, everything's set up now. Sort of, as best we can. Most things are set up. I think we have to mesh this one. I'm gonna hide it for right now. Or maybe we don't export it. We just bake a single one. That would work. Yeah. So that one LP export. We'll put these in there. And this can stay. Still getting some sort of these ones here. These ones we can mesh. Well, first one. And I guess that we'll kind of do the same thing. No export on those ones. But we'll take our main one here. Okay. Something to that effect. So UV average the scale. Shit. We will not do that. I don't want to separate these. Wait, no, they're already separate. That's fine. Down. All right, there we go. This is the spike and the ring. I'm going to scale those up so we can get a little bit more resolution on them. Just updated the quest fallback for my main abbey and just noticed it's version 99. Gosh dang. Now that's a lot of work. Go Arctic. Kicking butt. Certified butt kicker. All right. So we've got outfit 1 set up. I'm gonna pop my knee. Boom. Oof. I'll be right back. Just an incremental learning curve, seeing things I could do better, fixing and re-uploading, repeat ad infinitum. Yeah, definitely. It's so tough because it's just so easy to keep going with this kind of stuff. Like, oh, I'll do a little more. You know, I'll do a little more. Someone save me. So much work to do. Okay, so why isn't that working? That's fine. That's fine. These here, those work. Those work. These. This here should. Outfit 1 LP. Yeah, I'll change a little bit there. Will that be an issue? I don't think so, but I don't like seeing that. Okay, everything's at 0 now. Oh. Including these that somehow exploded. Why are these ones so messed up? Must be the object itself. Yeah. That's fine. We'll duplicate this, set object to geometry, put it at 0. Take these. Have some food and a movie. Have a nice rest of your day, all. Same to you, Arctic. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your movie. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you Monday. I'll be streaming tomorrow for most of the day, but most likely see you Monday. All right. So everything's at 0. I'm going to save that position. We're going to go to frame 2. And we're going to start moving some stuff around. Move this up. And then for our curves, they're definitely going to clip here if I let them bake there. So I think we do have to put them right there. All right. Okay. So outfit 1, we turn off. I'm going to go ahead and export this FBX to outfit. Let's make another folder. We're going to really, it's going to be super easy to overwrite these ones on accident. So outfit 1 high poly. Export. Outfit 1 low poly. Export, save. File, new. Move these over to the side too. But baking the straps on will work pretty well. Nice. Still getting a lot of this kind of stuff. Schmutz. That must just be... I don't know, actually. I don't know what that is, but we should get something there. All right. So, outfit 1 high poly. Then we're also missing our pockets here. I think this is because they're actually inside out. Yeah, has to be. So that's actually fine. Beautiful. That looks really good, actually. Nice. Still a little bit more to work on, but we're almost there. We're almost there. We'll definitely be able to finish this tomorrow. All right, getting distracted. Reading tech news. So let's take a nice, good screenshot of these. All right, y'all. Thanks everyone who's been hanging out today. It is now time for me to go ahead and take a break. I'm working hard, a lot of work done, a lot more to do. But we're finally nearing the end. I will be back tomorrow for another day of streaming over the weekend on Saturday. So hope to see you all then. But I'm gonna shut it down for now. I'm tired. I need some rest. Need to get some food in my tummy. But I do hope you all have a fantastic weekend. If I don't see you tomorrow, definitely enjoy your weekend. Again, hope to see you Monday. If you are interested in a commission or any sort of mentorship, please reach out to me, samdutter@gmail.com, for learning or commissions, open to either. But I'll see you all very soon. Thank you again for hanging out today. And again, enjoy your weekend. Bye, everyone. Bye, Namers. Bye, Arctic. Bye, Believe. Anyone else that's lurking out there, Logan. Thank you all for hanging out. Oaksaya, Top Cat. Hope you're all having an amazing, amazing Friday. See you soon. Bye.